Today, I watched The Shawshank Redemption again. It isn't the first time, yet every viewing feels like meeting an old friend who still manages to break your heart. It's a film without superheroes or miracles, only ordinary men trapped by walls and time. And yet, somehow, it's one of the most uplifting stories ever told, because it reminds us that hope, even the smallest spark, can survive in the darkest cell. Andy Dufresne, a quiet banker, is sentenced to life for murdering his wife and her lover, a crime he didn't commit. From the moment he walks through those iron gates, you sense that he doesn't belong there. He moves differently, speaks differently, carries an invisible calm. While others yell and curse, Andy observes. He studies the system that swallows men whole. Maybe that's why Shawshank never truly breaks him, because even in chains, he refuses to let the prison define who he is. It's strange how silence can be louder than screams. Andy's silence says, "I will endure. I will find a way." Then there's Red, Morgan Freeman's voice, deep and steady, guiding us through the years. He's been inside for decades, calling himself the guy who can get things. But beneath that calm voice lives a man who no longer believes in freedom. Red has accepted the walls, the routines, the hopelessness. And yet when Andy arrives, something shifts. Red is drawn to him. Maybe because Andy still has that spark of life he's long lost. Their friendship grows in small gestures, a smuggled rock hammer, a game of chess, quiet talks in the yard. Two men who should have been broken, building something that the system can't touch, trust. That friendship becomes the heartbeat of Shawshank. It reminds us that even when everything is stripped away, human connection can still make life bearable. Red says it best. Hope is a dangerous thing. Down the poster and stares into a dark tunnel carved through stone. A tunnel dug with nothing but a rock hammer and patience. Outside, thunder roars as Andy crawls through a pipe full of filth, a mile long toward the storm. Lightning flashes, rain pours, and he emerges, arms wide, face to the sky. It's one of cinema's most powerful moments, a man washed clean by his own will. Freedom doesn't arrive with noise. It arrives with rain. And that image, Andy standing in the downpour, is what liberation looks like when you've earned it drop by drop. When Red is finally paroled, he doesn't feel free. The outside world terrifies him. The final scene feels like a dream. Red walks across the sand of a bright Mexican beach. The waves sparkled, horizon stretches endlessly. He sees Andy working on a boat, looks up, smiles. No words are spoken. They simply embrace. For the first time in 2 decades, both men are truly free. And for the first time in the entire film, the color palette shifts from gray and brown to bright blue. Hope finally has the color, and it's the color of the sea. The Shawshank Redemption isn't really about prison. It's about the invisible cages we all live in: fear, regret, despair. Andy's story reminds us that freedom isn't a place, it's a choice you make every day. Hope isn't some naive fantasy. It's the quiet belief that no matter how bad things get, you still have the power to dig your way out. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day. And when that day comes, the rain will wash away everything that ever held you down. Fear can hold you prisoner. Hope can set you free. That line isn't just about Andy and Red. It's about all of us. Because somewhere, in our own way, we're all trying to escape something and find our way to that wide blue ocean of freedom.
Refuse to give up on yourself. Even when life corners you, when you feel forgotten, when every door seems closed, hope still whispers, quietly but firmly, keep going. Hope for Andy wasn't some naive dream. It was persistence, patience, the belief that even a single stone carved each day could lead to an open sky someday. It's the courage to dig your way out, inch by inch, no matter how long it takes. And maybe that's the real magic of this film. It doesn't promise miracles, it promises meaning. That every small act of faith, every moment of kindness, every refusal to surrender is already a step toward freedom. When Andy stood in the rain that night, his arms open to the storm, it wasn't victory, it was rebirth. And when Red walked across that bright beach and saw his friend again, we knew the story wasn't just about escaping a prison, it was about coming home to yourself. Fear can hold you prisoner. Hope can set you free. That line isn't just about Andy and Red. It's about you, me, and anyone who's ever felt trapped in life. Because no wall lasts forever, and as long as you still believe, you're already halfway out. Thank you for staying until the end of this story. If this film has ever touched you, if it reminded you to keep believing even when life gets dark, then maybe in some small way we all escaped Shawshank together tonight. See you in the next story. And remember, never lose hope.